Hi everybody, bonjour à tous and welcome to your French lesson of the day, la leçon du jour. So today I thought that we could actually see the adverbes de manière because they are quite useful and not that difficult to learn. So let's start with the construction, okay, la formation. So actually, if you want to build an adverb, you've got to first use the adjective, okay, the adjective, and add the masculine form, okay. So I took this adjective lent, which is slow, okay. So the masculine form it's lent, L-E-N-T, okay. So right after that we'll see the feminine form of this adjective. So usually you've got to add e at the end, okay. So we get lente, all right. And then the technique for the construction or formation of this adverb is that after the feminine form, so of the adjective, you just put this ment, M-E-N-T at the end. And so the result we got is lentement, repeat, lentement, okay? And then, well, usually in France we don't really pronounce this E between T and M, so we get this pronunciation lentement, repeat, lentement, okay? So let's see with other adjectives and adverbs. So let's take doux, okay? So you will just repeat after me. Doux, so it's the masculine form, okay? Doux, repeat, okay? And then we'll get the adjective, the feminine form, it's douce, repeat, douce, okay? And then the adverb, doucement, repeat, doucement. Okay, so it's the same thing. We don't really pronounce the E between C and M, okay? And then premier, repeat, premier, okay? Première, repeat, première, okay? Premièrement, repeat, premièrement. All right. So now, certain. Okay, so we get the sound A-I-N, it's un, okay? Certain, repeat. Okay, feminine form it's certaine, N, certaine, repeat. Okay, and then adverb it's certainement, repeat, certainement. Okay, so let's see the next one. It's actually easy. Facile is easy, and in this case it's quite easy because as you can see, the masculine form and the feminine form are the same. So it's masculine facile, repeat. Feminine form is facile, repeat. Okay, and then you get facilement. Okay, next one is a bit more difficult, but not that much. So masculine form is franc. So you don't pronounce the final C, okay? Franc, repeat. Okay. Feminine form is franche, okay? So I insist a little bit on the sh at the end, but that's just the idea, you know, to show you how you should pronounce it, okay? But then it should be pronounced like franche. Repeat. Franche, okay? And then franchement, repeat. Franchement, okay? Net, repeat, net, okay? And it's quite interesting because the feminine form is written in a different way, but it's pronounced the same way, so it's net, repeat, net, okay? And then the adverb gives you the pronunciation nettement, repeat, nettement, okay? And then we've got vif, repeat, vif. Okay, feminine form is vive, repeat, vive, okay, and then the adverb is vivement, repeat, vivement, okay. Be careful because as usual in France, French language, we've got some exceptions, so let's take a look at a few exceptions, and one of them is prudent. Okay, but more generally, let's say adjectives that ends with a ent, okay? So you will get for the adverb, it's prudemment, okay? And the strange thing is that you will write E-M-M-E-N-T for the adverb, but then you pronounce as if there was a A, okay? It's prudemment, okay? Prudemment, all right? So let's pronounce together. First, we'll pronounce the adjective, okay? So it's prudent. Repeat. Prudent, okay? And then the adverb now is prudemment. Repeat. Prudemment, okay? So let's see now the second group of strange adverbs. So, they're looking a bit the same way, but it's A-N-T, okay? Pronounced the same way. It's courant, repeat, courant, okay? And it will transform into couramment, repeat, couramment, okay? So actually the same pronunciation, but then you've got to write this A for this case, okay? So let's have a look now at the first group of exceptions. So it's évident, repeat, évident, okay? And it does give you this évidemment pronunciation, okay? Évidemment, évidemment, repeat, évidemment, okay? Second example for this category is violent, repeat, violent. And it does give us this adverb violemment, okay? So same concept, you pronounce it like if there was A, violemment. Repeat, violemment, okay? Fréquent, fréquent, repeat. And then we get fréquemment, repeat, fréquemment, okay? Patient, repeat, patient. And then we have patiemment, repeat, patiemment, okay? Récent, repeat, récent, okay? And it does give us this récemment for the adverb. Repeat, récemment, okay? Inconscient, repeat, inconscient, adverb inconsciemment, repeat, inconsciemment, okay? So now it was the second group of exceptions. So it was this ANT exception, and then the example we've got here is méchant, repeat, méchant, okay? And it does give us for the adverb méchamment, repeat, méchamment, okay? Courant, repeat, courant, and the adverb is couramment, repeat, couramment, okay? And then suffisant, repeat, suffisant, adverb is suffisamment, repeat, suffisamment, okay? Constant, repeat, constant, adverb constamment, repeat, constamment, okay? Bruyant, repeat, bruyant, okay? Bruyamment, repeat, bruyamment. All right. Let's hope it's clear for you. It was a pleasure for me to be with you during these few minutes. So don't be afraid to watch the video again and again if it's not clear. And well, we'll keep in touch. Okay, have a nice day. Bye-bye.